My name is Usala, but my friends call me Prestley. I like to make money. I'm an independent filmmaker, and I did a little music production in my time. My work has been successful, and I sold millions of records around the world. Now I'm ready to diversify and get into new businesses. Follow me as I learn new ways to make millions and millions of dollars. This is Making Money with Prestley Snipes. Let's make some money.
Episode 5, Making Money with Prestley Snipes. I actually don't have my cameraman with me today because I actually got some good shit is going on right now. I'm actually about a half a mile. I'm actually going to meet up with my first potential seller, and he's about a half mile up the road. Now, I want to bring the cameras in, but I'm trying to close this deal. I'm not doing this shit for TV. I'm trying to get this money. Now, how I found this guy, I was actually going through this code violations list, and I was cold calling people, and I was looking for certain violations that caught my attention. So yeah, now I got this list. It basically looks like this, and it's like, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean? It's like, what is this? It's basically a public list of all the people who's violating, who's doing shit that's violating. So when I got this list, I was like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, how am I gonna find, but now that I'm learning, this list is better than driving for dollars, because I'm not out wasting time driving around. It takes a lot of time to drive for dollars. You gotta be out there in the street driving around, looking in traffic, and you might get caught up in a little traffic jam. You gotta fill up your tank, you get hungry. The whole process, it takes a lot of time. It's cool because you feel like, okay, you got solid leads, you actually seen the property, you actually was in the field, you know what I mean? You see it. But this is a lot, I don't know, this is a lot more efficient, because with this, all I do is I just look for certain signs. At first, the first day looking at this, my brain was about to explode, because it's like, what the fuck? Like, how am I gonna, this shit is just like, this is some nerd shit. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? Like, I've never had to do lame ass work like this in my life, but I'm starting to see that this is really the key. So what I do is, after I go through the code violation list, I look up and see if that person lived at the same address as the address of where the home was at, where the violation was. So that's an indicator that tell you that the house may be abandoned. So then what I would do was I'd copy the address, and then I'd go put it in Google, and I got Google Earth. You could actually see a house, a picture of a house. So I'd look at the house and determine whether or not this looks like an abandoned house, or this house looks fucked up. This looks like they may be willing to sell us. Sometimes you could just tell from a Google Earth picture if the house looks like shit, the windows are boarded up. So I look up this property, and come to find out, I look it up and it's boarded up, but it's an apartment complex. You know what I'm saying? I think it's like 3 units. You know what I'm saying? So I look and I see the property is worth like it's appraised at like 7. Just a rough appraisal of it was like 700,000-800,000. So I'm like, oh yeah, this is the money. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's cool to do them little $100,000 houses and shit. $200,000 with an $800,000 deal. This, you know what I'm saying? I make enough money where I don't got to work for the rest of the year. You know what I'm saying? Off this one shot, depending on how much money he gonna get, he gonna let me put this under contract for. So I woke up, and it's crazy. It's the day after Christmas. I woke up with a hangover, and I was so unmotivated to even go to this meeting. You know what I'm saying? I had to push myself out the bed. I'm like, yo, this guy ain't gonna sell. Like, I was almost letting myself doubt get in the way of me just getting out here and getting this money. I mean, because the worst thing he's gonna say is no. The worst thing he's gonna say is nah, I don't want to do it for that price. And I just say, all right, well, nice to meet you. Here's my card. If you ever change your mind, then call me. So yeah, I almost talked myself out of fucking texting this guy. He told me to text him today, and I woke up just feeling that self-doubt that keeps a lot of us from doing anything. Like, nah, this isn't gonna happen. I don't know anything about real estate. How am I gonna sell an $800,000 house? I just got into business last month. But that self-doubt is what'll keep you fucking from not accomplishing shit in life. So look, I'm about to go to this meeting. I'm gonna see what happens. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see if I could get this house under contract. And it was crazy because a fucking a buyer called me today. A buyer called me this morning, and I told him I was going to this meeting. So he was like, "Yo, let me know how it goes, cause I'm buying." So I'm about to go see what's popping. I'm gonna turn the camera on when I leave the meeting, and I'll let you know how it goes. But yo, if I get this signed, man, we got an $800,000 house in the property. Stay tuned. So I was talking to the guy I just left the meeting. Spoke to the guy. We was talking for about an hour, and come to find out, I thought I was just buying one apartment triplex within an apartment complex, and I figured, you know, we just fix up that one apartment complex, which was like I thought was a triplex. But come to find out, the address that I looked up is for a whole apartment complex. So right now I'm actually trying to get an apartment complex under contract, and he wants $1.2 million for it. So wow, I came in the game just trying to find a house for $200,000 to buy, and now I'm in the process of, you know what I mean, closing on a $1.2 million house. I went ahead and gave, not a house, an apartment complex. It's like 10 apartments, you know what I'm saying? Then on the other side of the apartments, he said he owns some property. It's like some assisted living shit, and he owns that property too. And he's saying, damn, you could turn the whole thing into an assisted living situation, but management issues. But he wasn't in a rush to sell. Older guy, smart guy, engineer. Seemed like he had a lot on his table. Well known, well respected in the area. He just didn't seem like he was strapped for cash. He said that the property was making him around $9,000-10,000 a month from the people who are actually renting the units that are available. But then one of the buildings needs to be remodeled, and he just doesn't have the money to do all the remodeling that is needed to get it to the next level. I'm gonna have to do some comps and find out what this property is really worth, take some video, do some pictures. I don't really want to start marketing it to my buyers yet until I get him under contract. He wanted to read the contract to make sure everything was cool. I mean, obviously, if he's not an idiot, he's not just gonna take the first piece of paper that I give to him and sign it. So I left him with the assignment agreement, and he seems cool. I told him, you know, he said he wanted 1.2. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go do my due diligence to see if it makes sense. If it makes sense, you know what I'm saying, maybe I get 1.3 for it, 1.4, 1.5. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go see what the deal is with the property. I'm gonna do some research, but yeah, we in the game now. Making Money with Prestley Snipes, episode 5. We about to get a $1.2 million property under contract. You know what I'm saying? We not out here playing no games. We doing $1 million deals. I just started this real estate shit like last month. We already doing $1 million deals. Stay tuned for episode 6.